What is up? What is going on? Let's do this. We are back here with another episode of It. Welcome to Derry. Got the usual homies in the house. Brian, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Yo, 1/3 Spoiler King. So we live Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights. But on Saturday morning, I'm with this man right here on the rewind. Make sure you guys check it out. It is fire. It's a lot of fun. I got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, man. It's gonna be something else.
Yeah, there's going to be definitely a lot to talk about for sure. And then my brother from another mother, Mr. T Virus Terrence. Tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Yep. Hello, humans. Terrence here. You can find me on World's Finest Team Up with my friend Sean Stackhouse, and there's a lot of stuff cooking over there. So far, I've scheduled 136 videos this month from November 1st through the 27th, and there's still a lot more stuff that I need to cook up, and it's all about providing as much content as possible, trying to destroy the system, and we will continue to do that over there.
Any Strawberry Loop videos over there?
Oh, hey, there's a very interesting video on the way about some strawberry lube. Like,
Oh
like,
my lord! Hey, listen, guys. If you want a good laugh, make sure to check out that video when it drops, because I promise you, you will be laughing so hard you will piss yourself. 100%. 100%. But first, I want to say, because I guess I didn't really get to stream with the dude yesterday, so I'll say it today. Happy belated birthday, Terrence. Hope you had a great birthday yesterday, man,
Yes.
and
oh,
enjoy
thank
many
you,
more,
thank you.
brother.
Appreciate it. Yep, 37 Earth years, and yeah, man, it was crazy because Tuesday, friends they had multiple surprises for me. 12 humans showed up that day, and the female friends they came on point with some chocolate covered strawberry protein shakes, right? It's a special flavor, and I never heard of that shit, and they came with a big box. That was the first surprise. And one of my friends who I haven't seen in 7 years, he came through because I didn't
Oh,
know
that's
that he
awesome.
was friends with one of my other friends, so he popped up. So that was another one of the surprises on Tuesday. And then on my actual birthday on Wednesday, there were 15 humans, including myself. And then what happened was, I get picked up and then we go to a mutual friend's house and they're like, yep, T, we got to wait outside for a minute for everybody to show up. And then, the cars start pulling up, more friends. And I'm just like, I hope this is not a situation where I go into the house and then I'm never going to be seen again, because it was just orchestrated so well. So then, they make the call like, all right, T's here. I'm like, damn, what is happening? I know it's supposed to be a surprise and stuff, but I was like, yep, I got to make sure that nothing bad's gonna happen. I was like, yep, as soon as you let your guard down, like humans might snap you up. So then I go ring the doorbell, and my friend he opens the door, and it's like pitch black in there except for like a red hue. And I was like, hold on,
Is
we are
Pennywise in
no
there? Whoa,
longer.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm like, we are no longer in October. What kind of shit is this? So then, they're like, just go inside. I'm like, yeah, just go inside. I was like, well, you guys are friends, so I guess, nothing
Famous
bad
last
can
words.
happen. so I go in, and by the time I get to the living room point, I'm seeing like a bunch of Stranger Things memorabilia, like posters and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? And then they had this red kind of stuff hanging from the ceiling. So I'm like,
You
wow,
walked into the upside down?
right. I was just like, what's happening? So then a couple of my other friends, they came from a different room, and then they all started singing happy birthday. And I was just like, no, it ain't gonna work. You're not gonna make me cry up in here. You humans trying to be slick and stuff. It's just not gonna happen. So and then by the time I look at the cake is like red and black, and then it has Vecna and 11 on it. I was like, this is crazy. Like, this
That
is
is
amazing.
crazy.
So
Did you
yeah,
shed tears? Did you shed
no,
any
no, no.
tears?
I didn't shed tears, but they was looking at me. They was like, "Yep, T." So I just was, happy and giving them hugs and stuff. And they're like, "Yep, we got to
And how
remember this moment because T just, they said normally I just be, the perfect posture and no expression. So, they got a reaction out of me. And then one of my friends, he was like, "Damn, we should have filmed this shit." And I was like, yeah, you should. That would have been a great video, but it's just we were all so in the moment, including myself. I was shocked. I mean, out of all the things that could have happened, I would have never guessed anything like that.
How many birthday shots did you have?
Oh, I didn't have no shots, but the humans around me, they had all the shots. But I did do something different from what I normally do. This time,
Oh wait, you avoided the apple cider?
hey, check this out. It was an interesting combination. So I had 32 ounces. It was a mixture of fruit punch and an apple cider. Like it was a special blend that I've never done before. It's amazing. I had the 4 ice cubes in there, and it was just so delicious. So while my friends were getting drunk and stuff, like, "Hey, T, drink with us," I was like, "I got it right. It's good." And I'm just drinking and having fun. So
Party animal, Terrence. You are a party animal, brother. Wow, I don't think I could keep up with you, bro.
hey,
You never did that before. You never had. You realized you had too much, and you like had to pretend like it was a lot of alcohol in your drink, and you didn't put any alcohol in it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I've done that. Yeah,
That's just
Yeah.
his master. That's all that is.
But
And
see,
I probably wouldn't have walked in the house.
I was a little bit tipsy though, because by the time I finished, I had this sugar rush, so it was like almost like the equivalent of being drunk. So
yeah, we're gonna get rid of that there, right there, okay? Because we are grown ass men up in here. We don't do this sugar rush.
Terrence is healthy, man. He's doing all the right things. Don't be mad because he's doing the right things and we doing the wrong things.
Hey, listen,
As
man.
I look at my vanilla crown right here.
Ooh, vanilla crown, nice. We got to bring him to the dark side sooner or later, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can't be doing all
dude,
of this.
I thought Vecna was gonna come out and lift me in the air and pour alcohol down my throat for a second.
He should have.
He would have turned you upside down first. He would have turned you upside down.
Said
great.
not to get into y'all business, but did you get some cake?
Hey, Tony, I didn't get any of that kind of cake. There was definitely different types of cake walking around, but the only one that I consumed was with frosting and sugar.
Me too.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say. Me too. Yeah, me too. 100%.
Frosting and sugar. That's the way I do
it. Facts. Throw some whipped cream on that motherfucker. You good to go.
Hey, it's time for chocolate syrup. Yeah, man.
Oh, definitely. Little strawberries on the side and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and yes, they had the strawberries on there too. Like that was just, just the whole strawberry lube and stuff. They put a lot of thought into that. To me, the gathering was already good enough, and I was just
now you see my situation. If I open up the door and there's a red strobe light in there, I don't want to see Stranger Things. I want to see some strippers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
It depends on who I'm seeing, though. If I'm walking in the building and I see like it's red, it's dark as hell, I need someone who I know going in first and them not dying.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm not gonna be. I'm a firm believer in not being the first person to do anything. I'm not gonna be. I'm not. If I'm civil rights, I'm gonna be the second guy drinking a water fountain. Second guy. I'm not the first guy doing anything. I'm second. Firmly.
Well, we all know Brian's a pussy, but yeah, we are here to talk about it. Welcome to Derry, guys, and it is episode 3, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on the overall episode first. Brian,
man, it was a fucked up episode.
I'm playing. I'm playing the opening scene. I'm playing it. They claim it. I'm playing the opening scene though.
First of all, that was the opening scene was nuts. The helicopter ride with Dick was nuts. I mean, there's so many things I'm sitting here looking at. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I have some friends. I have white, Hispanic, black, all type of friends. But I'm never just going to doing certain things with my white friends. There's certain things I just don't do. I ain't going in the woods. I'm not. Anytime I see candles and we're outside, I ain't no seance. Fuck, what I look like, man? Come on, man.
Facts.
This hue is real. This hue is real. I'm not. This is not a fake hue. I can't rub this off. And there's the way I think. I won't go do any of that shit.
There is one part in this show when we get to it, and I was like, "Oh, this motherfucking Elgin! Oh, this motherfucking Elgin!"
He
Right?
said,
I'm not gonna say what it is, but we'll get to it. And I'm just like, "Yo, bro, we do not do this, okay?" So we're gonna get to that towards the end. But Terrence,
dude,
what were your thoughts?
I'm saying I was
Oh, go
feeling
ahead.
those the Native Americans. I'm feeling them. They're thinking the
Yes,
right way. Everyone else is
yes,
stupid.
yes. Facts, facts. They're trying to get the hell out of there. That's what they doing. They smart. Terrence, what were your thoughts?
All right, yep. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So my thoughts are, man, this episode was. There's so many things that happen in this. I just remember from the opening to the middle to the end where I just said to myself, like, wow, I guess we still have a lot more to digest. And I was already full from the first two episodes, and then this one just came in with even more meaty stuff. It's great. I love the way everything is planning out, especially with all the moments that we're gonna get to as we progress in this
Facts.
conversation. I have a lot to say. So, but it was
Uh,
good.
yeah. Tony said the moment they bring up going to the cemetery and going, that's one of them. But there's one even more where I was like, bro, come on, what are you doing here? You know what I
Hey,
mean? So
you ain't
yeah,
see Thriller. You ain't walk past the
facts,
cemetery.
facts, facts. At nighttime, you stayed the hell away from a cemetery, and they walked right into the middle of that.
There's a
We all
3-block
knew.
radius that I'm not even going near a cemetery. 3-block radius. I need a 3-block head start. Ain't happening, bro.
Facts. We all knew that was not going to end well, right? So the episode starts off and it's back in 1908, and we see a little fair going on here. And I was like, oh, this is interesting because I know there'll probably be more flashbacks to this time, maybe to where we get to see, a little bit of young Pennywise and stuff like that. But we see this
Young.
guy, and yeah, facts. And he's what's the dude's name? Because he's playing the young version of
Of the
the
show.
You
white,
talking
I mean,
about
of the
General
general. I'm
Shaw.
sorry, the general.
the
Yeah,
general.
General
Yeah,
Shaw.
what's the name, Terrence?
His name is General Shaw.
Shaw.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Shaw.
it. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. General Shaw. All right, so he's playing the young version of General Shaw, and he pretty much goes into the fun house and he gets scared, right? He gets scared in there because he sees this guy, freaks him out, runs out of there. His father grabs him and says, "Don't be a wuss." I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna be a wuss if I see someone with no eye popping up out there like that with me.
I would
Right?
punch them out.
So
I would push his other eye out. You've
facts,
been too eyeless,
facts.
bro. Ain't happening.
Hey, something jump out like that. First reaction is a kick. You know what I'm saying? Terrence, go ahead.
For me, is just if I'd have saw something like that, I would have just said, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Terrence. You know, what the hell do you want?" And then if he just would have laughed and not answered my question, then he would have got lit up like a Christmas tree. Like I don't have time for that. If you're not gonna answer my questions, then that must mean that you're dangerous.
Facts. I
No,
take
you
my
jumped out.
chances
He
with
jumped out at
Pennywise.
me, man. Dude, he jumped out at me. Once you jump out
Yeah,
at
yeah.
me, you get these hands.
Yeah. All thing is all bets are off, you know. And then as he's walking away with his father, we see this scene, and we see this
Mm-hmm.
little kind of made up like Pennywise. So from what I've seen in a few videos, is they're saying that maybe Pennywise got his look from her, right? Now we do see
Mm.
her as an adult later on, and it's the girl that was in the psychiatric room talking to Lily. Yeah, talking to her. So
Yeah.
that's very
Yeah.
interesting. I love the way they tied in, the kids.
Everything. All the
Yeah,
stuff was tied in.
really good,
And I,
really good.
I, I think we're gonna find out that Pennywise is at that carnival, at the circus.
Agreed.
And she's just one of the clowns that are part of the act that he's doing.
Hmm.
And that's why she understands. That's what she's telling Lily. I understand what's going on because she actually dealt with him one-on-one. She might even be a
Agreed.
minion of him.
Yeah, see
Agreed.
that makeup that the little girl has on, I thought that was very cool because I know a couple of humans that are afraid of clowns. I mean, terrified. It could just show up and the shit
Hmm.
just start trickling down the legs. I'm hey, what kind of balloon animals can you make? Hey, that's pretty cool. If you got some juggling tricks, like I'm amused by that. But to me, seeing the little girl with the makeup on, I said to myself, wait a minute, what if Pennywise got his look from her? Or if somehow Pennywise is working through her, because there's a lot of stuff where he likes you to see visual components before you get your shit wrecked. He's a master of that. And I feel like that's part of the psychological terror is that, well, Pennywise can be anyone or he can be speaking through anyone in particular, once he has his target in mind. So I just was thinking of all those things when I saw the little girl.
Do I
There were
remember this
also.
correctly? Do I remember this
Go ahead.
correctly that Pennywise, they talk about earlier that he, was in the circus. So like,
Yes.
I feel like this could be this circus that he was in. That's why I thought that she is someone who worked in that act. That's why she has this. It's an homage to him, but we're going to see him in the full outfit. And we saw the preview, right? We saw what's going on in that Pennywise being in that full clown outfit. I don't know if it's I think it's actually what's going to actually be seen. Him in that outfit because he's part of that circus.
I agree. I think he's a part of the circus too. We just didn't see him, and he's probably masquerading as a human because we do know that Pennywise does masquerade as a human at one point, right? And you're right. He probably did get that look from the little girl, so I agree with that too. But I also think he's kind of using his influence, on what's going on in the fair to get these little kids to be scared, right? So I definitely think that's all a part of it too. 100%. I agree with you. So we get to, go ahead. You're gonna say, Terrence?
No, I was just saying, I agree.
So we get to little Shaw and he sees his father. The car breaks down and he goes to buy water, but he doesn't have enough. And then he runs into her, which is her name is Rose. That's it, Rose. Right. And he gives the slingshot that his father won from him from the fair so that they could get the water. And then we find out that they are friends. They end up friends and they start playing together. And we get this scene, which I am going to play because when I seen this scene, I was like, yes, fuck yes, fucking yes, give me more of this shit. I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? First off, the way the shit fucking pops out.
Wait, Francis.
Did you not hear her say wait?
Exactly.
Do you not understand? Like, what are you doing?
Exactly. But you know why I gave it a pass? Hold on, T, just say this. You know why I gave it a pass? Because it was a white boy, right? So I said, okay, this is what you guys do. You run into the danger.
But like literally, if you see a Native American or a black person either running the other way or telling you to stop, you stop.
Facts. Go ahead, T.
But see, sometimes in life, you just look at the overall situation. So for me, I feel like humans just don't listen. You tell them not to open something, they're gonna open. You tell them not to go, especially kids. It's almost like you got to tell them the opposite, and then they'll do it. If you tell them don't go, they're gonna go. If you tell them go, then they won't. So when you have kids playing around, the fact that he went in there, I felt was very realistic from what I've seen from kids. I'm like, nah, somebody's gonna go in there and not listen because, like, how are you gonna explain to them why not to go in there? Like, well, there's something in there that can get you. It's like, well, what does that even mean? If anything, you're going to draw up their curiosity more.
I don't know, man. I grew up in the ghetto a little bit, in the hood a little bit, and they told me don't go down this block. Guess what I didn't do?
You don't go down that block.
Down that block.
Yes.
Right. This is true, but that's only because us as black people, we have real proof of things that happen, like individuals getting jumped, individuals getting shot, and stuff like that. So, and a lot of us have either seen or we've heard the stories, but something like that, it's a little bit more difficult to explain because a lot of stuff, it pops up and then it's gone. Like you don't see no bodies or nothing. So you really got to explain that to a child.
Translation is, I would have went through that. I would have did the same thing the white kid did, right, Terrence? That's Terrence translation, right? Yeah, don't blame the white kid. I do it.
Okay, first of all, if we're talking about just me, like I was the kid watching horror films, so you're not gonna scare me by saying don't go somewhere. If anything, I'm just gonna see what time it is.
Facts. You see, I told you. I told you.
Now,
You know what
now,
scare me?
what?
But I know better. I know better. Like, oh man, hey, I saw that. You saw that dead body the other week. It happened on that block. Oh, guess what? I ain't
Listen,
gonna go down that block.
I would have been running. I would have been running, and she would have said, "No, don't go in there." I would have, okay,
Like,
why
I mean,
not?
I want to preface it by saying that, just because you do something doesn't make it smart, but at the same time, you do have natural reactions that you're going to get from kids, whether
I
it's
got
smart or not.
I got you. I try to do the smart thing. Well, let's watch this. Let's watch this.
You want to just turn around right now?
Yes. Yes. And then hold on. I'm going to say the same thing too. When he pops his head out for the first time,
I'm bouncing twice. Oh,
I'd have been like,
now I'm
nope,
super bouncing.
gone. I'm like, what the fuck? Right? You standing there looking and looking to see no, I'm gone. The minute I seen that, oh shit. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that was in my mind.
See, now that is a natural response for you to run, but at the same time, that's what Pennywise feeds off of, though. We got to stand there and fight them together.
Then no,
we
don't feed
don't.
off of me fucking running. We ain't fighting
This is
them
why I
together,
want to talk to you
Terrence.
about Terrence too. I want to talk to you about this at your birthday party where they were doing a surprise. You're like, hey, Brian, go first. I've been like,
Terrence,
no.
go. You first. You first. You know what I mean?
I'm not the first person to do anything. I'll be the second for any. I'm down. If we gotta get in the fight, I'm down, but I'm not doing the first one. First one gets shot.
And even if I did, Brian, the first thing I would have said before I walked in that door, I would have been like, if anything jumps out of there other than fucking strippers, y'all getting your ass whooped. All right? Because I'm not.
Okay, but you said other than strippers. Okay, what if the strippers look terrifying or something? Say they got like a certain outfit on and you didn't know until you knew.
How good they look.
That's what I'm saying.
Picture they're covered up in the scariest thing, and it was supposed to be a reveal where they take it off, and then you see, like, oh, there's some sexy strippers.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't doing that. I'm replying. We ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Right? You would have to say, hey, no, bro, go back. They took the clothes off. I'm like, oh, okay. I peep in first. Okay, good. You know what I mean? But until then, I watch too many horror movies, bro. I know what's going on here. This don't right.
That's why I said we got to do it together. See, there's a difference between you going first or last versus if you go together as a unit, and then that's how we can, best this particular entity, because it's not expecting us to join together.
If together means me right behind you, okay.
Right. So we enter together. See, if something happens to me, that's when you jump in and finish them off.
No, something happens to you. I know I can turn back and run out.
It's no need to get hurt. No, get found out. Now, if it's a human trying to come get you, I'm all about that. I don't care. If it's a villain, I'm all about that. If it's a ghost, you're on your own. You will see a Brian size hole in the door.
Yep. And I think and I think we have established this like for 3 weeks in a row, T, that you would probably be on your own if some shit like this happened, right? So like any scenario you want to bring in, it's you are by yourself, homie. Me and Brian to get the fuck out of there.
See, this is why unity is important. They showed us this in the IT material that you got to work together. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, Pennywise would have killed them
outside. I'll be gone. I'm not by myself. You by yourself. I'm running with Anzo.
Yeah, facts, 100%.
What do you want?
Look at that. Gone.
And you fall too? Nah, you deserve your cup.
And then pick up. You see, here's the thing. They always fall, right? And instead of they get up so slow, you know how fast I would have bounced back up off of that ground and been gone? Like you would have been seeing like the road runner type of dust behind me. I'd be running so fast. There's no way. I'm not doing it. That thing popped up from one spot and then a split second later popped up at another spot. Listen, if I don't get away, at least I am going to die trying.
Yep.
Trust
Hey,
me.
at least he picked up a weapon.
I agree. At
That's
least you picked
bigger
up
than
something.
him.
Leave me alone.
He wouldn't be able to do nothing with it.
Facts.
It's like picking up a banana gun. Like,
And
bro, you
then
lost.
hides behind the tree. Like, what are we doing here?
Didn't the dude just come out from a tree?
Facts.
Hello.
I would stabbed him in the eye so fast, his eyeball socket would have a tree in it.
Facts.
Are you chasing me too? And you gonna start bear crawling? You don't just start bear crawling.
Fire.
That was amazing. Look at that.
That shit was fire, bro.
Yeah, those have been the roundhouse kick.
Facts.
Why is he looking at him so hard, man?
Elbow, jump, spinning back kick, the axe kick, the hook kick. I'd have been pulling all the moves.
And she wouldn't even have to tell me to run. The minute that thing got hit, I would have been gone.
She's like, why are you looking? Let's go.
No.
You want to know the truth is, honestly, if I was in that situation and I was dumb 3 times, because he was dumb 3 times, I would have fought him then. I wouldn't even ran then. Once he started running, I wouldn't run. Now I'm fighting him. All right. Because I would stick, I would put him in the eye. You show me your weakness. I want to figure out something now. Okay. But like beforehand, you run before you know what the danger is. Once you're in the danger, you fight.
Facts.
Exactly. That's exactly why that makes sense that we would fight it together. Like you said, once we're in the danger, then we just got to fight it. Yep. See, it's always going to come back to the full circle where
we ain't going first.
First. Yes.
But if we run, we're just going to make it stronger. Like we got to face it.
If he gets just in front of me, now he's in. We going down. Someone's got to go. It ain't gonna be me. Now I'm gonna go through all the weapons. I'm ice cubing it with Debo. I'm grabbing bricks in the face. That's what's going on then, because it's fight or flight. But the first thing is fight and flight. No, I'm running. Then I'm fighting.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is that if we're running, we won't be able to see what's coming behind us. But if we stand our ground, then no matter what's coming at us, we'll be able to see it from all angles.
I don't need to see it. I know, dude. As long as they touch me, it's done.
There is no argument that you can make, brother, that is going to make us agree with you. It's just not gonna happen. We ain't doing that. No. If you want to be John Rambo, go right ahead.
So you don't think like, okay, the tear going down the cheek, that wouldn't inspire you to help? Like, because sometimes it's the little drop of emotion that inspires others to take up the flag and move forward. And
nah, I'm good. I would have told you from the start. You would have got this. I would have been like, oh man, I can't believe that happened to Terrence. But at the same time, I would have been sitting there saying, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Do I still have it or did I delete it? Shit, I might have deleted it. But I would have been like, you done fucked up, right? You done fucked up. You done fucked up, right? That's what I'm saying.
Carl
I got it.
You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
I see what I'm saying. I thought.
No, so you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you? No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, it don't. No, you done fucked up.
Exactly. Exactly.
I thought that we, together we would,
I'd be running away. You done fucked up, Terrence. You done fucked up.
I'm gonna be Carl Weathers from Predator 2. I'm gonna be the last dude standing. Like everyone else is gone. I'm the last one standing because I'm gonna figure out. I will run, fight. I'm not gonna just sit here and fight after you guys get stabbed. I might get stabbed.
I mean, He ended up dying though. Like he got the arm shot off, and then he got impaled, and
He should have ran faster.
So we get back to this scene and we see Lily, and she is in the hospital. Now, you know what surprised me about this? Because after the scene, they show her in school, and I was like, oh, so she still gets to go to school. It's not like they actually keep her in there, or she just has to stay there at night. I didn't understand that, because usually when they put you in a mental institute, they don't let you go back to school, you know? So
It was a
I found
weekend
that.
pass. It's like one of those things. They make you go for the weekend and they let you out because they actually had no grounds to hold you.
Yeah, but if it was a weekend, she wouldn't have been in school, right? Because she was in school in one of those things.
I assume they took her on Friday and she went to school on Monday.
I got you. But we get to see her talking to this nurse. And, you know, if you watch a few videos, this nurse is the little girl that was in the clown costume, right? And she's saying things like, if you are seeing things, I believe you. And like Brian said earlier, it's probably because she experienced shit with Pennywise when she was younger, right? Maybe he didn't attack her or whatever, but like you said, I think you kind of got the make-up motivation from her or something like that. Or maybe she did. Maybe she did have to fight Pennywise and they won, right? Because if we get to season 2, we're going to see 27 years before this. And then I think season 3 would be the 1908 stuff. So that'd definitely be interesting to see if we get more of that or they wait until season 3. Go ahead.
So this lady talking to Lily, yeah, no, they were not that nice when I was in the mental institution. Like their stuff was all about, you know, creating traps just to see what you would say, and you would end up staying there longer. Like you really had to be careful what you say, you know. So I found that to be interesting when I saw that. I'm like, yeah, she is legitimately trying to help Lily, you know,
Yeah.
just
Is she?
well, I mean, you know, until we find out something later, if like, but I just mean like in the moment, it just seemed like she was offering something helpful as to where, you know, with my experience, they didn't talk to you like that. They treated you like
Like
you
you
were an
were crazy.
right. Just
Mhm.
oh, step back, don't. And they even had these white lines painted on the ground, and if you stepped over them, they would tackle you and inject you with stuff. Like it just was not like how it was in that scene. Like I don't know how the rest of the hospital is, but like I said, that I found that to be interesting that she had that nice approach.
Makes
Nah,
sense.
you're black.
That too.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
That
too.
that, that definitely helped because when I saw, you know, the white humans getting snapped up, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna get snapped up more. Yeah, we already know
No,
what time.
they
Facts.
asked them like, Johnny, I'm warning you. I'm warning you. You get like 5, 6
Mhm.
warnings. You got half a warning.
Hey,
That's
Facts.
how things go.
you know what, man? Like there was one dude that he was as big as the Michael Myers from the Rob Zombie reboot. Like he was
Mhm.
just big as hell, and like it took like 7 dudes to take him down. Like in fact, like I was gonna recruit him from my army because I was thinking about breaking out of there. I was like, I need him. Like we gonna do this together.
And you
See
know
what
what? You
I'm
put
saying?
him in first because you never want to be the first guy. Always be
Exactly. Exactly, Brian.
Wow.
100%.
You know what, Brian? Okay, in that scenario, I would only because in that scenario, I was the leader in that sense. Like, okay, I'm building the army, so I would send in my juggernaut first. He would have been the juggernaut.
Yep. And guess
You
what?
have
Once he
to.
gets taken down,
Then you
Terrence will
know.
run. Terrence goes to run and gets past. That's what I'm telling you. Always
Facts.
be second.
Facts.
Always never go first. I'm just
But
saying. That's
see,
what it is.
Facts.
if he gets taken down, like as the leader, I would feel responsible, and I gotta avenge him. You know, for him taking down one of the.
You gotta be
Really too.
inspirational leader, Terrence. You gotta be the one that got out. Hey, Terrence made it. Maybe I can make it too.
Facts.
Next time, this might be me.
Listen,
Or
a
what if
good
it's on the other end, Brian? Like where it's like, man, Terrence went down fighting, so we should all fight
no,
together.
no, 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 Terrence,
Not when
Terrence,
Terrence is still there.
no, no. A good leader knows when it has to sacrifice some pawns. Just saying. You know
I
what I
did.
mean?
Okay, you're right about that because I do remember not only in the comics but in X-Men: The Last Stand. I know we don't talk about that movie, but just like he told Pyro, this is why you let the pawns go first.
Facts.
Exactly.
100%.
Never go first.
Exactly. So now we get to this jail scene, and we have Hank, and he's in
real.
jail, and he, pardon me?
This is too real.
Yep, and he's talking to the cop, and the cop pretty much tricks him into saying that he smokes a certain brand of cigarettes, and he's like, "Oh, well, we found this brand of cigarettes there, and you were at a certain spot, and you're not telling me that."
The murder, Hank? I told you.
So I think he's lying about something, and I think if you've seen the trailer for next week episode, they're probably going to get into that. What do you think he's lying about? Because we
He was
obviously
sleeping with somebody.
to the kids. He was
No,
what?
I think the dad was sleeping with someone. I don't think he was at home.
Sent. And he's probably sleeping with a married woman, maybe a wife.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You
Um,
know?
What if it's Lily's mom?
Yeah, could be.
hey. Sometimes in life, it don't matter the time period. They be after the BBC. But I had
100%.
you know, I had a specific thing that I was thinking about during that sequence, because like humans, they just have these deceptive tactics, like the way that the cop came in seemingly as his friend, like, oh, you know, giving the impression like, you know, maybe he'll be the one to release him, like, hey, how you doing, man? You want to smoke? And okay. And then as the conversation progresses, then he goes, I know you did it, man. Like, I don't care what you say. Look, we found the cigarettes. It's like the switch turns, and it's like the intentions are revealed. And I just don't like when humans do that, because I've been in those situations where they'll have a soft approach, but really they're a snake the whole time. Like, I can't stand that shit when humans do that. But you can argue in certain situations that it's effective for getting answers or possible results in dire situations. So it is real, like how Brian said, you know, there's a lot of realism in the scene in terms of stuff that's happened like that many times in reality, but then we just don't really know the full implications of how many elements of the supernatural are involved in there, or is it just humans being trash? And you know, this man, he probably was doing something he wasn't supposed to do, you know, maybe, right?
He was
So he's
doing
not
someone they wasn't supposed to be doing.
right. That could be. I put that on the possibility, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe it could be that he was about to do something and then he didn't get a chance to do it. And then maybe that's how he got caught up too. It's like the thought, because sometimes it's not just the actions that screw humans over, it's the thought process, like them wanting to do something or planning to do it, but for whatever reason, they were stopped midway.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
I'm more on Brian's side.
You look at Hank being a single father, right? He's living with his mother. He's letting her live with him, whatever. He's running a business. So he's a business owner. That means he has to meet with a lot of people in town. He's going to develop a relationship. He's a nice guy. He seems to be an honest guy, real guy. People are going to like him. Now, you might have to, what you do in your bedroom is usually hidden from a lot of people, especially if it's someone who has a relationship with someone else that might get you in trouble. And he's trying to weigh those two options. He knows he didn't do this thing, but why would I give up where I was because it's going to mess up my life here and going forward?
If that
makes a lot of sense.
If that proves to be the case, and I am counting that as a possibility, then I will cease calling him a nice guy. Because once a human is aware that somebody is in a relationship and they mess with them anyway, I consider them trash. Like, you are destructive in a lot of ways to someone's life. And I don't like that. To me, I can't call you honest if you do that.
What if she was in a relationship with an abusive husband, but she couldn't get out of it because she also had kids?
If she was in a relationship,
he was there to support her and it developed from there, but it's an abusive dude. And this is a time in the 1950s, I'm sorry, that you can't do these things. You can't be caught with a white woman. You can't be caught with them. So what if you couldn't do that because of social things, but you actually have feelings for her and you can't leave because if she leaves, she has nowhere to be protected?
I always tell humans that depending on the circumstances, certain things are understandable, but at the same time, I don't give humans excuses. I don't care what's going on. There should be something called right and wrong in the idea of loyalty, regardless. And that is always something that applies regardless of the time period. So
what if the laws are wrong?
If the laws are wrong, then you have to look at yourself. Like you
What
still
if,
have choices to make within yourself.
but
So
what
if
if
you're
it's
okay
Lily's
with
mom?
doing that,
That she's not married, she's a widower, but if he starts doing it, the town treats him a different way. What if it's
okay,
someone who's a widower?
so if she
Widow, I'm sorry,
is
widow. My bad. Sorry.
if she's not with someone and they're just doing something on the low, then fine. That's not as bad as if, say somebody is attached to someone. I'm just saying that,
Mhm.
the idea of cheating when you're not officially separated, there is no loyalty. There's nothing honest about that. But the idea of if there's nothing morally wrong, but you're trying to do something to protect yourself or someone else and you want to keep it on the low, that's considered smart, so that is a little bit different in that regard.
Yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
with you.
Tony said, could be smashing Lily's mom. Yeah, that's what we're
That's
thinking,
exactly what I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's a
definitely.
connection that makes sense. Why is Lily even able to go to the movie theater? She's the one that doesn't have a man around, but if all of a sudden the town is protecting her, then the town won't do it because once again, you see what happens in the high school, these little girls and the cliques. The same thing just happens when you get older, and the same thing, especially with laws. This is before 1968 voting rights. So this is going to be part of the entire, this is already part of the whole thing. The fact that they're not treated the same, the fact that you're a black in this white neighborhood causes issues. So like you're going to have to deal with that and navigate that. And you don't want your daughter, you don't want Ronnie actually having to deal with negativity at that school. There's things that you don't want to do because you love your daughter. So there's a lot of things that they've been doing that socially, integrating a lot of these things into this show. And I think a lot of the stuff's going to come out, and I think the horror aspects going to come from that too.
Sure, and that's the thing, right? Because again, some things are understandable, but a person really needs to assess their choices in any given situation and ask themselves, is it worth it? Because if it goes wrong, then X, Y, and Z is going to happen. And if you still think that it's worth it, then I guess you could pursue it. But it's just for me, because I'm a logical person, I'm like, there's so many things that if I find out as the show progresses, I'm like, that was not a smart decision, given that the negativity outweighs whatever that may be.
I know Tony will agree with me on this one, and maybe Brian will too as well. But good poom poom is always worth it.
Not to self ruin, right? So I've been telling humans that for over 20 years. I'm like, it's good until it ruins your life. I'm like, you should not sacrifice yourself or potentially your kids or your family because you want to clap some cheeks. I will never agree with that sentiment, especially when there's other cheeks that you can clap. This ain't the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but he wants a certain type of cheeks, right? And that's what I'm saying. So it's not like she's a threat to him; it's everybody else that's a threat to him.
It's the
So I'm
world
not.
itself
Yeah,
that's
you know what I mean.
not fair.
So fuck that. You know what I mean? It's not like we can't be together or anything like that, or we can't be together because the world doesn't. Nah, we gonna be together. Fuck that. It'll be us against the world type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. And it's not so much that I'm 100% against that. I'm just saying that most of the time humans don't think this shit through. And then when something happens, they want to act surprised. It's like, did you not weigh all these possibilities when you were
You
making
do
this?
sometimes, but when you look at the world and realize how unfair it is and they're not treating you as a human person, a real human, you're 3/5 of a human, then fuck the world. I don't even want to cut, but then you say fuck them because honestly, they're going to treat you a certain way regardless, and you got to live your own life. So
we can curse on this show, Brian.
That's true. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, it's not about looking at the world. It's about looking at yourself and your family. That's why I said you have to ask yourself, is it worth it for you and for your family?
And then what about Ronnie? Exactly.
Right. So that's what I'm thinking of. Like, I'm coming at it from a selfless thing, because in this case, right, he has a daughter and stuff. I'm like, you got to think about all these things. Anything you do can potentially remove you from her life. You already have racist humans against you. Why make decisions that are going to make that worse? That's illogical to me.
And hold on, look at this guy. Look at this guy coming in. Welcome to NyQuil, the same dude that sits there and caps for that Boba Fett series like it's the best show. You talking about NyQuil? Nah, bro. At least you don't like Andor. I'll give you that because I think Andor would probably be something you like because you like that boring ass crap. You know what I mean? And Tony said, "Yeah, Anzo has a point. Of course I do. You know what I mean? Like, there's no doubt about it that I had a point because
Guys, I was wrong. Bigger Ford is always right.
Never.
I'm
Has
just saying.
any words ever been said? That's okay though.
Like, no,
All right.
so, for example, like how I said that I would, sacrifice myself to save you, Anzo. That's a selfless thing, right? Like, I would never put
No,
anything before
Terrence,
you.
that is a stupid thing.
No. It is what I do. I'm like, I'm not going to let you die, right? Any more than I would let something happen to my daughter, or if I potentially think something's going to happen, I'm not going to make those choices. It's not
You know
about
what?
me. It's about everybody else.
I'll put
It's
you
not
like
the
this.
one close to me.
I look at you, Terrence, and I feel like you're more like, my knight, right? If I'm playing chess and you're the knight, you're not a pawn, but you're a knight. And if I'm the king and I have to sacrifice my knight to win, because I'm winning for all of us. I'm doing it for all of us. So I'm letting you go through. You put them in check.
100%.
And
Yeah,
then
100%.
when someone comes to take you, it's okay because I'm winning for all of us. I'm doing it for you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'm letting you go
and
for you.
yes, and you are doing the honorable thing and you are dying for the cause, right? You know what I mean? We
And
who
every
were
time I
about to
drink,
die,
If you,
pour a little bit out for you.
we who
sure,
are about to die, salute you.
right? That makes sense in that context, but at the same time, if it's like your family or a close friend, they're more than pawns. They're more than knights. They are a higher situation. So one should be thinking about all the possible outcomes, especially when it has to do with negativity.
Yeah,
So
I agree with Terrence when he's dealing with his daughter, but because I have girls, so in that case, I really do understand. But sometimes I also know when you live in a life, especially in a small town, you're there. This is where your whole life is going to revolve around this small town. Things happen. You don't know they've been around each other for 40 years. They went to high school together. They went to junior high together. They liked each other for this long of a time. You don't know how close they really were, but they couldn't be close because of how the world is. But if you have 40 years of this stuff happens. And maybe you like it and you feel like you keep it secret and it continues to happen. What if it's the sheriff's wife?
Mm.
Why would he not want to tell him?
That's
If
interesting.
it's the sheriff's wife, I am
That's what
telling
he
you
doesn't want to
right
tell her.
now, I'm gonna say Pennywise needs to kill him because I'm like, this is why there's generational terror because of these decisions.
So let me
It would
say
be a
this.
bad decision.
One thing I will say is, and I get you guys saying that you're 100%, you don't want to put your kids in any danger in any ways like that or any unnecessary danger, but that child is in danger every single day anyways. You know what I mean? Just the fact that the whole town is racist, she will always be in danger. They will always be looking at her sideways. They'll always be looking at her fun way. So the only thing and the best thing you could do is teach that child how to handle the situation. You know what I mean?
That is 100% correct. But then that kind of solidifies what I mentioned about, okay, there is a difference between humans taking you down as opposed to you taking down yourself with choices that you have made. You don't want to give them gasoline to put on you. If you're already burning, you're not supposed to be like, hey, let me pour some more gasoline. You're supposed to be trying to put it out. You're helping them defeat you or disgrace you by giving them ammunition and more gasoline.
No, because
you're trying not to live by their rules.
Exactly. You can't live your life by what other people think or do. You can't do that. You got to live your life.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the idea of surviving for you and your friend or your close friend or your daughter. Again, whenever you're making decisions, you should take them in consideration unless you're selfish.
Absolutely, 100%. But at the same time, what we're saying is, yes, you do that, but you also do it in a way where you don't sacrifice what you want as well, too, right? Because as much as you love your kids, you still got a life. You still got to live your life. You know what I mean?
Let me say this, and this is coming from a dude that does not have children, but I do operate with a sense of rules that I follow and something called loyalty. If I have a son or daughter, it does not matter what I want. The child will always be the priority. Forget me and nothing else. It's the child
Not
first.
always.
No, but
Not always.
no, I think Terrence, you're really right, but you're also teaching that child. You're teaching them about life and how when things happen, you're still resilient. Also, in this case, in your scenario, will we have the civil rights movement? Now, what would be good for the kids would have been to stay quiet. Let's just live by these laws and not rock the boat. But then you get a civil rights movement because it puts you at risk. It doesn't matter. You're doing it for another reason. So there's things that when you're going against these Jim Crow type laws, when you're going against these laws that say you're 3/5 of a person, sometimes you're going and raging against it because you're teaching someone something about it. You're saying, hey, we don't have to follow these laws. They are unjust. Unjust laws are just as unjust as anything else. I don't follow unjust laws. But I have to be careful. Why am I being careful? Because I'm trying to make sure that you don't get blowback from it. But I'm still not following these unjust laws.
And there's other ways to teach them. It'll be like, this is wrong or whatever. And then self-defense, right? The white human puts their hands on me, they get their neck snapped, right? So that's another lesson that you can teach. There's always other lessons that you can do while being selfless. That's all I'm saying. Like, I believe in being selfless, especially when I value someone else more than myself, whether that be Brother Anzo, whether that be a daughter. I'm all about that. Like, it's continuous. That's who I am.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? My parents and my dad used to always say, he's like, listen, I love you, I'll do whatever I can for you. But at the end of the day, sooner or later, you are going to leave this house and it's just gonna be me and your mother. You understand? So at the end of the day, he understood that, yes, he had to protect me and do whatever, but I'm going to spread my wings. I'm going to bounce, right? Now, you talking about this little girl and this guy, he sees he could have a life with this woman, and it seemed like he was being careful. The only reason why he got caught is because of this Pennywise shit, right? So he was taking he was taking the precautions to do what he had to do. You know what I mean? He was. But at the end of the day, right, as much as you want to protect your kids, you can only protect them so much.
I agree.
We're having this 15-minute conversation about something that might not be happening.
Yeah, I know, right?
But that's the point. Like I told Brian, remember I told you, and Anzo too, I told you I have a lot to say about this stuff because I'm going to come at it from every possible angle. I'm not going to leave any rock unturned. That's how I think. It's just like 100%. Everything.
I love it. I love it.
It's a great conversation, but this is a fucking OOC conversation. You know what I'm talking about? Danny said, Brian, Terrence elevator doesn't always work correctly. He be asking all Linda what if questions. If I know there's a killer clown on the loose, I'm staying out of that town. Duh, exactly. Yeah. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. My name is Danny, not Omni-Man. Hello, facts. When a cop offers you a cigarette or water, that is a setup. They about to
100%.
Cut on the chainsaw. Absolutely.
100%. Very much.
This is very strange. 3 black panel talking about a killer clown when in real life, no black person would be in this town. You are correct.
Yeah, and we're not in the town either. Right now, we're watching it as a motivational thing. It's about us informing the rest of our black people. We don't do this. And then as Terrence asked, he say, hey, what were you not going to stay with me? We said, no, we running. We gone.
But what's interesting, like historically, there's always black people everywhere. It's just a question of how many. So even if Derry were a real place, you would have at least one black family there. 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, but they'll be the first one out the town. Something happens.
Facts.
They're the first out the town.
Now, I'm like I said, there would be. That doesn't mean they're not going to leave, but you're always going to find one or two. It might be the guy working at the shop. It might be the family down the street. But obviously, they're not going to necessarily stay if it gets too crazy.
At 100%. So we get back to the school and we see Ronnie. She's going through some stuff. They're writing messages on her locker. Said Hatchet Hanks going to Fry, which is her father. And then she gets on to Lilly, and Lilly apologizing for what happened. And she's pretty much telling her that I will tell the truth, but we need to get some information or some kind of proof, or else they're going to put me back in an institute. And they decide to come up with a plan to take a picture of Pennywise and then send it to the cops. Now, these kids are smarter than the average kid. Because I'm sorry, I'm like, yo, listen, we got to get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, why are
Wow.
we
Wait, so
in this town?
No,
so
for Ronnie losing her father, not having
Yeah,
her
yeah, yeah,
father.
yeah. She has to
She not.
get her father back. I
She
get
got to
that.
do whatever by any means necessary. You know, so
Yeah, yeah.
there rules. There rules. I tell Terrence right, hey, I'm gonna have to leave you, bro. There's rules. But my dad's there. I ain't running for shit.
But
So
the thing is, that night she had that nightmare. That was the night to be like, we need to get out of here, right? I don't know how you explain
He
it to your
couldn't run.
father.
He couldn't run
No,
because he's under investigation, so he couldn't go nowhere.
wait, so you
man,
was
fuck
pulling a
that.
Maddie then. You know, like how Maddie was trying to leave? You know what I'm saying?
Oh
He was
yeah,
in
yeah,
a
100%. Yeah, hey,
okay, so
100%, 100%.
what I found to be hilarious was how, you know, Ronnie was in the bathroom, you know, washing her hands after she tried to get the stuff off her locker. And then Lily comes in and she's like, "Oh, this will help." And then
I
she looked at her like, "Bitch,
I said
I'd have
I could
beat
kick
your
your
ass."
ass. Yeah, me too.
Like,
Me too. Hold on, I'm gonna bring that because I did love that scene too.
Just
yeah.
go. I'll tell them, okay? And I need help from. You're lucky I don't whoop your ass for what you did to my dad.
I was like,
Yeah,
yes.
shock Lily, and she listened to the chick at the institution, like, and they had this hopeful music, like, oh man, I can make things better. I just gotta
Mhm,
show her that I'm a real friend, and just
mhm.
reality was the next scene, like, bitch, I will beat your ass. Like, I
Facts,
love that. That was
facts.
amazing. I love that.
Me too, because that is exactly what a little black girl would have said. Listen, bitch, get the fuck out of my face before I whoop
My
your
daughter
ass.
100% would have said that.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Facts,
Real talk,
facts.
real talk. Yeah.
So then we get back to General Shaw, and he's having a little conversation about the car that they found, and they're saying there's really not much strange about it. They explain the history of the car, but General Shaw says, "You know what? I'm gonna do something to get him a little bit closer." And then he opens up this cigar box, but we don't see what's inside of it right yet. We get to
So Dick,
um
so
Dick and
Dick
all
gets
of them. Yes, go ahead.
so Dick gets in, right? And then that was nuts that he gets the cigar box. And it's funny because Leroy's like, what the fuck? Why am I going out? Why where are we going? We're just gonna
Mm-hmm.
fly him for no reason. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Uh, yeah,
once again, remember I told you that it was the black, they're black, and that's why they're using them. I'm
that's
just
what. Yes.
pointing out
No.
the people that are in this damn helicopter are the
Yes.
only Hispanic and black person there.
Yes.
It's
I got
Dick
the
and
same vibes when I watched this episode.
Leroy and Paulie are both the ones that they send out there. Hey, where's the black and
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah.
guy? Gone
I
on
got
the
the same.
airplane.
Yeah, I got the same vibes when I was watching this episode. I was like, yeah, Brian is right. They're using these guys because they're the black ones. That's 100%. That's what it is.
You know, I feel like that is the case, but hey, you know what though? I still stand by General Shaw. Like, I think
You
he's
want to like him. You want to like him. I get it.
I'm just
You.
saying until humans have a tendency to reveal their true colors, either on
Mm-hmm,
purpose or accidentally. Like, humans will
mm-hmm.
always tell on themselves because they're trash. So I feel like if Shaw truly is another dirtbag, racist white dude, whatever he may be, then we're gonna find out very soon to where it will not be a debate. But it's just as it stands, everything that I've seen and heard from him, he does seem genuine.
I don't think
Except for
he's
that, the
right.
fact that he's sending both Leroy and Paulie into the belly of the beast. He ain't sending none of the white guys. He ain't sending no when he was trying to find another one co-pilot pilot with Leroy. It wasn't another white guy. It was like, hey, who's
Yeah,
the other guy? Who
that's
is that
fact.
another black guy?
That's
Send
fact.
the
Maybe
Hispanic
the
dude.
white guys are trash. You know, maybe they just, they're not capable. Like,
Leroy just got there. So they were doing this stuff fine without him before.
hey, Leroy is exceptional. He got to go up there. That's why. Like,
So Halligan's in the plane, and he finally opens up the box, and we see it's a slingshot, and he touches it, and then we'll get back to that because the scene cuts to more of um young Shaw and young Rose, and we get to see a little bit of their relationship. you know, and they're friends and they're playing. And then we see Rose as an adult, and they're pretty much having a meeting. And Rose actually wants to keep what's going on happening because she wants to know what the army is doing, which I found very interesting, which they should know what the army is doing. But what did you think about Rose trying to figure out what the army's doing?
Rose is doing the exact same thing that General Shaw is doing. She's like, hey, let the white people figure this out. We know when to stay out of the forest. They're going into the forest. We can't stop them. Let them do it. I'm going to save my people. We're going to stay over here. We're going to put a petition together. We ain't stopping them from going to that forest. Let them do it. Maybe they can smoke them out or they die. Whatever. Either way, it ain't us.
So from a strategic standpoint, you know, when it comes to the idea of strategy, it can be applicable to any situation, right? It's not just military stuff. So in the case of General Shaw and in the case of Rose, their strategy and what they're doing strategically makes logical sense, that you build up individuals that are going to help you, or you utilize ignorant individuals that are already in the situations and you use that to your advantage to get more of what you want or to get closer to whatever your goal may be. So I like what Rose is doing, you know, her thinking about her people and trying to figure stuff out. And also what Shaw is doing, because when it comes to the military, individuals connected to the US government, they withhold a lot of information. They've never been about helping the American people. It just gives them the illusion that they're helping. Really, they just kind of have them like puppets on a string. But I feel like in Rose's case, you don't have the treachery that you would have with the US government. And I feel like Rose is probably a lot more genuine, even though I said Shaw is, but I cannot let go of the fact entirely that he is connected to the US government. So while he may be genuine, maybe those that he answers to are not.
Or not. Yeah, I feel you. Tony said, "Isn't Leroy stationed in Derry? Is he allowed to move to another town?" I think it was his
Leroy
choice to
chose.
move to Derry. Yeah, because his wife wanted to live in town. He said they moved into town because they didn't want to. She didn't want to stay on the base and stuff like that. You know,
And when they talk to each other, they said that he's trying to move up through the military. So he's going to whatever the next thing is to help him be better.
Oh, I can't wait to share my thoughts on that when we get to that whole dinner scene. Ooh,
you're right.
Yeah. We're gonna
get to that. Be quiet so we can get to that. So I was gonna let you guys talk.
So first we'll get to this scene, and I'll show it too, because we get to Harrigan. What's his name?
Hallorann. Yeah, Dick
Hallorann. Yeah, that's it. Dick Hallorann. And he touched the slingshot, and now we've seen vision. So he gets stuck in this little, I guess, Pennywise world.
Yeah, like his lair and shit where he has all the humans floating. Yep.
This feels very Frumish.
Yes. I loved it.
Well, we saw this in the movies too, like the 2017 one and the sequel. Like this type of lair that he has.
And then it opens up.
That's why I started cheering when I saw it. I was like, damn, that's one of the layers, you know, where he got the body.
Yeah. They showed that at the end of It Chapter 2. And then the eyes. And then
Who are you?
And I love that because it seems to me like Pennywise was more interested in him than anything else. Like, oh, who are you? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Because
I love this scene.
Because I like that too, Anzo, because you know, he is fascinated by his powers, because everybody else that Pennywise has snapped up, they ain't got no power. They can't see nothing. They can't get there. So even with someone like myself, like say, you know, I'm fighting someone and they are doing techniques or a system of fighting that I'm not used to fighting, I would also be fascinated, like, wait, what style is that? Or, you know, what are these techniques? So I like that. It's a very realistic response, that you would be fascinated by something that, you know, that's the first time you've encountered it, from what it sounded like.
Absolutely. Brian?
But I don't want him to be fascinated by me. I made bad life decisions. If he's fascinated by me,
Fact.
there's just things that I just
Facts.
don't want, like the blackness in me. And I think Dick is feeling that way too, because obviously Dick gets out of here and goes somewhere else. Unfortunately, that stuff follows him. But like Dick knows he's gonna be the one to run. He's not Terrence. He's us. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. 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 And we get to see all the people, which was very interesting. I like that they connected that to that. But in reality, he's still back on the plane and he's opening up the hatch and he's about to jump out and he gets saved and then he gets woken up. And now this is the interesting part when he goes back to talk to Shaw and Shaw's asking him what's going on. And he's like, we shouldn't be doing this. And he says,
Me.
right there, I think.
What was it like? So, you saw it.
More like it saw me.
Right? So it's interesting that he said that. And then he's saying it wasn't supposed to know. Right? And now it knows. So now it seems like, it is going to be more interested in what this stuff is going on as well. So that's interesting. What did you think?
I like that moment. It was very chilling. Like it wasn't supposed to see us. It wasn't supposed to know. I'm like, there's nothing like being caught doing something, regardless of whatever it is. It's like, we'll be fine, and then to find out that you're not, and whatever things that you were promised is out the window now. Like, oh, you have this ability and usually you have the upper hand, but what happens when you don't, or when you get caught?
Absolutely. I thought this was very interesting too, as well, because he ends up asking him, if you need anything, is there anything I could do for you?
Me.
And he says,
Maybe we ought to just let this thing be.
oh, no, it's not there. Wait, did it pass it?
Yeah, right.
Here.
Let it go.
Yeah.
You did good up there today. If there's anything we can do to make your time here a little easier, you let me know.
Now that you mention it.
That was quick.
So I brought that up because he's talking about, their barracks and stuff. But I think what this is hinting to is actually going to be to what happens in the black spot, right? And I think they're hinting to a little bit of that in this. So that's very interesting. And it looks like because it happens in 1962, right? Which is the year we're in. So it's a possibility that we are going to see that towards the end of this season, which, oh my God, I'm pretty sure that is going to cause a lot of issues when I watch that scene, bro. You know what I mean?
This is going to cause Dick to leave. They
were yeah.
F the military. F all y'all.
Facts.
I'm out.
Facts.
I'm going to this motel.
The fact that Dick Hallorann is scared. I was telling the friends at the time that I was thinking about The Shining, and then of course Dr. Sleep. Love Dr. Sleep. We went to see that in the theater.
Dr. Sleep was so good.
The idea of being able to shine and see these things, it does take a toll on you. And I've been telling humans for decades that mental strength is the best type of weapon you can have, better than a nuke, because it will allow you to process and maneuver in ways that most will not be able to. But even someone like Dick Hallorann, who does have a lot of mental strength in comparison to 99% of the population, he also has his limits. And I feel like, he was telling Shaw, like, hey, man, we need to leave this alone. So the fact that was coming from him was very chilling to hear.
Facts, 100%. And then we get to the little kids here, and they end up meeting up with Rose and Lily, and they probably, they convinced them to get involved so that they can take pictures.
How?
And that
look.
This is the new loser cup. These are the new kids now that we're gonna follow throughout the show.
Will should have known better. Will is smart as hell. He should have known better. I don't understand the blackness in him. And you saw the blackness in him trying to pull him away. He's like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. And he felt him being pushed. He was like, no, I got my new friend Rich.
Because he's like, do
he ain't
you
gonna pull you the right way.
Right, because Rich is like, do you believe him? And he's like, I think they believe it. You know what I mean? So you already know the story that they come in is suspect, but you still want to go with it. But he does something even stupider, which we are going to get to.
Yeah,
but
we get you know what it is though? It's because there's two little girls. If it was two boys, Will ain't going. He ain't running.
Facts.
It's the beginning. Will, this is on the beginning. And they get you to do a lot of the stupid stuff, man. Don't fall for it.
Facts, 100%.
Be careful. Yep. We all know all the stories.
Yep. We finally get to Rose and Shaw. They have their first meeting as adults. And Shaw was like, I did not remember you until your name popped up on the cease and desist order. And then all of his memories started to come back because he's in Derry. She's trying to figure out what he's doing. He can't tell her what he's doing, but I can promise you these two will end up coming together and helping to fight Pennywise towards the end, right? Because we got the scene here where it's like, oh, don't ever forget me. And she's like, this place has a way of making people forget, because she knew that he was going to forget her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Rose forgot him, because Rose never left Derry, right? So
right.
That's
interesting. And also we know that the Native Americans, they have a lot of interesting, powerful mojo themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe it might be revealed that they found some sort of a way around it, some sort of concoction or something like that. That'd be cool if they explore that, like how they found a back door to keep their memory. Because if anyone can do it, the Native Americans can, right? So I wonder if they're going to explore that.
I think they do, because you remember in It Chapter 2, right? He had that little thing that he went and got from the natives. He said he stole it, right? Which was to show them who Pennywise was and how to stop it. So I think we may see that at the end of this season, where it's like, this is what you need to stop Pennywise. Unfortunately, when I watched the movie back, they didn't really use it. Right, so that was an issue that I
the Native Americans use it
to
share their stories, from handed down from culture, or for generation to generation to generation. They share their stories. That's why people understand what's going on. They talk about it all the time. So it's not just being held within one person. And if this little group don't tell you, you don't know. They share all their stories with everybody. They understand it, and they're not leaving their land because we were here. We're not leaving this place.
Right.
We leave, we ain't gonna have no rights to anything else.
Right. And then in It Chapter 1, the 2017 one, they hinted at the idea of, when the kids were talking, there's a lot of secrets here. We need to find out what they are to see if they can help us. So there are plenty of secrets to unpack in general.
Yeah, 100%. But I know they did say in Chapter 2 that thing that helped them see Pennywise was also something that was supposed to trap him. Right? They said we can use this to trap Pennywise, but they never ended up using it. But I think we're going to see it at least at the end of this episode, because it ties into those movies, right? So we're going to see something that like maybe she gives it to somebody and something like that, or they show that she has it, I guess. I don't know. I just have a feeling that we're going to see that little thing. I'll try and show you what I'm talking about when this is over. But then we get to the kids, and they're talking about, the plan to get pictures of it, and they try to figure out how they're going to do it. And he's telling them about, my brother's seance, we got to call it, and this and that. And then they decide that they're going to make a plan to call Pennywise. But we get cut to a dinner scene where Leroy and Harrigan, Dick, are having dinner with his wife. And this scene was absolutely amazing, but I want to get you guys' thoughts on it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let Terrence go first for this one.
Ooh, okay. Yep. I am a stickler for conversation because I just never run out of things to say. So I was very, very much paying attention to this. I was like, I can't wait to hear what Hallorann has to say. And during this entire sequence, I always pay attention to a person's demeanor, how they sit, how they smile, how they blink.
I agree, Danny. I'm with you. We got.
But yeah, so when
Terrence?
it comes to that, when it comes to a person's body language, it lets you know more than what they're saying. And because Dick has the ability to essentially go inside the minds of others, I like how he was ahead of them during the conversations, and I like that because it kind of created in terms of the wife, she was like, oh, fascinated. But then we saw Leroy like, hey man, what are you doing? He kind of was giving him that face, like especially when he mentioned his son. And
He
I
said, "Don't be
love that.
bringing that up on
And
my wife.
it's
Don't be
like,
bringing it up." And then did you
Mm-hmm.
not realize that you didn't? I never told you about my son.
Yeah.
like, oh, well, maybe I heard somebody else mention it, but that whole thing, and I've done this before, not so much because I've been inside of the minds of humans necessarily, but from my experience, most humans are the exact same. Their thoughts and the shit that they say, it's very predictable. So like this conversation, like when you step into an area, you can see and feel when they get uncomfortable, but usually it's the females that try to engage a little bit more, and the guys will like try to sidestep it. But by doing that, or by not answering it, or even hesitating, you're already answering the questions.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Great conversation that they had here, and you could see, the wife isn't too happy, and Dick can see that, he can feel it, and you know he's trying to be diplomatic because he kind of agrees with the wife, but at the same time he's kind of agreeing with the husband as well, just so that he doesn't step on any toes. You know what I mean? So I think that
Yeah, that
them
was
getting to
interesting.
know each. Yeah, go ahead.
Because when he said, if you're a career military man that's trying to climb the ladder, you have to be perfect. And so he looks
Yeah.
at her and is like, yeah, so you have to be perfect. This is what it has to. So he asks for perfection. That's because
Mm-hmm.
this is the choice that he's made. And this is what choice you made. This is
Mm-hmm.
part of your life. I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of what I was getting at.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love how Hallorann was, purposefully just kind of playing them off of each other, because
Mm-hmm.
that's also how you get information too. And some will see that as dishonest and mean and disrespectful, pretty much anything negative. But for someone like myself, I'm like, no, that's actually tactically smart. It also allows you to not have to necessarily go into their mind just by doing something natural, which is having conversation. And you'll see that, not just in that conversation, but a lot of conversations in general, when it comes to humans, that they need this time to warm up before they can really tell you shit, right? But like you get to that when they're on the porch and he tells him, I wouldn't fuck with you, just because the part of the fear that's supposed to be in somebody's mind is just not there. And I love that he said that, because I believe that fear is a choice, and it has to do with what's going on inside of your mind. Like the only way that fear is possible is when you have negative thoughts. And if you don't, then that can't happen. And I feel like that's going to be a very big thing that's going to allow them to defeat Pennywise. Maybe those two together would be the ultimate weapon.
So you don't fear nothing, Terrence?
Absolutely not.
So we get to this the kids, and they're lighting candles and they're doing a seance. And listen, yeah, there are some things I fear, because I know if I seen a fucking Pennywise, I am fearing that. I am fearing that shit. There is no doubt about it. I am fearing it. Now, to watch the show, I'm not like Brian. I can watch the show, go to sleep easy. Like, nah, that doesn't scare me. But you pop that shit in real life in front of my face, oh yeah, we having an issue there, you know?
Oh,
You know what's funny?
So,
hold on.
In
Let
real
me,
life,
let me,
I'll probably just have a nice whatever. I'm cool in real life. In a TV show, I'm like, why am I watching this? Because I don't want this in real life. But if I'm in there, oh, I'm snapping next.
Wait, so let me ask you this, brother Anzo, because you said that. Now, you said if something pops out, like I always tell humans that there's a difference between being startled or surprised, or the idea of being fearful, right? Like you have phobias where humans have built-in stuff that they put on themselves, that if
Terrence,
it happens, they're afraid. So are you
let,
talking about?
let me clear it up for you. We seen what happened in episode 2 with the mums coming in and the umbilical cord. That would scare the shit out of me.
Okay. I'm just trying to get to the
You know what
bottom of
I'm
it.
saying? That would scare the shit out of me. There's no doubt about it. I would be screaming like a little bitch. Ah, what the
Wait.
fuck?
Okay. Let's say you're screaming, and then I put the hand on your shoulder, and I'm like, brother, it's gonna be okay. That wouldn't calm you down.
Oh my
You
god!
wouldn't be
Here
able
we
to because
go.
I'm already out the door. I'm literally already out the door. I'm like, hey, you trying to put your hand on my shoulder, and I'm outside. Like, man,
Facts.
Aaron's still in there. That's fucked up.
So we cut back to them having a conversation on the couch, and this is on the porch, and this is what you're talking about, where it says, "I didn't have a son." So now Dick is explaining to him about what powers he has, right? And to Leroy's surprise, he kind of said, "I've heard about people that have anything
Exactly.
like that, but you never seen it." So he's not like he's oh man, you're crazy or anything like that. He's down. He believes it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's part of Black culture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
100%.
Just before you asked me about my son, you just goddamn think
I
you were
just
there.
want to get to
Stay out of my head.
So he found out that it was Dick that was in that room. See, Leroy's
Right.
a
Yeah,
smart
he did
dude,
that.
and I
That was
like that.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love that. Yeah.
Me too. But I also love what Dick says. I'm trying to find it here. Where it's
I will. You don't have to worry about that.
this part.
What is that supposed to mean?
This part.
I've seen what men think about when they're facing death. They think about their families. They think about their regrets. You, gun to your head, finger on the trigger. You were analyzing. You were just collecting information. It's like the part of your brain that's supposed to be afraid. It's not even there. So you are not the kind of fella I'm likely to fuck with, Major.
I love that because.
But
you saved my life up in that bird. So I sure wouldn't mind having you with me in them trenches.
yes, sir.
I was just gonna say I love that because the different, and you've heard about some of them, Brother Anzo, right? Like the different situations that I've been in, where I should have died. I've had guns pointed at my head. And I always tell humans, I'm like, you don't know what you're gonna do until you're in these situations where you could potentially
100%.
die. And it's like, for me, in my situations, it wasn't fear. At least like at first when it started, until it unfortunately became a regular thing for a stretch of time, I wasn't fearful. I was angry. Like, how dare these humans point a gun at me? Like, it was kind of that kind of stuff. Like, I was calculating what I'm supposed to do. And then in certain situations, coming to the conclusion, if I do anything, I'll probably die. So I was calculating. So to hear that said, I'm like, that's interesting because some of us, that's what we do. We calculate. You're not really thinking about your friends or your family or none of that. You're thinking about what you need to do in that particular moment in time. So I'm just saying that's some real shit. That's not just a fictional thing.
I got you. So now we cut back to the kids and they're doing their little seance, but we find out that, he was kind of lying. It wasn't really lying, but he said he heard information from his cousin instead of his uncle and stuff like that. So they kind of, had a little argument because he didn't. Will was like, no, it's not true. Do you believe me? He's like, not really. I believe you believe it. So now they decide they are leaving, right? Now, as they leaving, we get to some shit while they're driving through the forest, the graveyard. And again, I don't.
Can I say something about the Rich thing real quick? Because
go ahead.
Okay, so Rich, I like him. I've met some humans just like him, and this whole thing of him just trying to make some friends, like when he had all that stuff set up, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Like, wait, what are you doing? Are we supposed to say like, oh no, my cousin said that it's fine as long as you come back? Like, wait a minute, I thought it was your uncle. Oh, well, you see, what had happened was they were like, "You son of a bitch," and then like the way they took off, and then how he said, it's hard to make friends." I was just like, I'm glad when he said that. I was just glad that at least he had Will, because he does come across as very lonely, but he seems like the coolest kid. Like his heart is in the right place, but obviously in that situation, you don't want to do that to Lilly and Ronnie because they are dealing with some real shit. So
absolutely. So
Dude,
they
they're the one
decide
that
to
set
get
him
him.
up. They set him up.
Facts.
The two girls are setting them up. No, they already know the death. They already
Facts.
how many boys they killed already?
Facts.
You the new two boys. No, you trying to get me killed? No, I'm good. I ain't mad. This is your fault.
And as they're driving away, it starts off, and we see this little statue. I was like, the shit is about to hit the fan. I was like, you done fucked up now. So yes,
now
as
let
they're
me ask you
driving,
guys: if
go
you're
ahead.
the two of the people that were in that movie theater, you saw that death, you saw the killer baby gargoyle. Would you be seeing yourself in a damn cemetery?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know where myself would be, right? Every fucking night, I would be sleeping in the same bed as my parents.
Yep, 100%. If I'm going to
You
go,
know
I'm
what I
going to
mean?
be with them.
Yeah, 100%. It's your job to protect me, so your bitch ass better fucking protect me. That's what I'm talking about. There is no fucking cemetery. There is no fucking sleeping alone. There is none of that shit. Nope, not happening.
So Brian, now is this like, okay, we're kids in this scenario, like with your question?
Yes.
Okay, so young Terrence, like we talking about young, adventurous, 97-pound Terrence.
Don't make me fantasy.
Watching horror films. I'll say this: if it's a friend, right, then I would go to the cemetery, but it wouldn't be for a stranger. I would not do that for a stranger. Hell no, it would have to be
After
a friend.
Terrence saw two of his friends, the girl that he liked, ripped apart.
Right, just so ripped apart, and then
in front of your face, and you had blood from the sister on your face. You walked out with holding her hand, only hand. This is you. This is what you did.
Right.
You going to the cemetery 2 days later?
Well, maybe not 2 days. Maybe like after a week.
Wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
But no. Real talk though. No, hell no, I wouldn't go. Like the only thing realistically that would get me to go, or at least consider it, would have to be a friend. Like I've always been big on, doing right by the friends, even if I couldn't do that much, just the idea of showing support. Because
you see, here is the thing. If I'm a friend, I am telling you, nigga, don't
what is wrong
fucking
with you?
go.
You ain't going no damn cemetery.
Are you out of your mind? No, but I gotta go help the friend. Fuck him.
Yeah,
bro.
Matter of fact, if I found out you did it, we're sitting there, I found out you were going there, I will lock your ass up.
Fuck.
You ain't going nowhere, bro.
Wow,
Fuck
so
him, bro.
But you guys would have to think about it like, okay, if you were in that situation, wouldn't you want somebody to come for you? Like, because you're
No, I say this.
We ran already. We're not there.
You would be mad, but I am a brother and that is a friend. So that's two different. So I'm gonna lock your ass up and I'm doing it because we brothers. That's why the fuck I'm doing it. Fuck a friend. All right? He wanna go do something.
Wait. So you're gonna lock me up? Like, well, I'm just gonna, once I get out, then I'm just gonna go and try to do what's right. And
nah, bro.
If you ain't getting out
like this, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't getting out till
are you good enough you might be strong enough with your hands. You better be good enough to knock me out, because I'm about to knock your ass out if you trying to go to no cemetery. I'm a fact. 100%.
And listen.
Wait, go ahead.
No, listen. At the end of the day, you can get out when either we find out that little kid doesn't come back ever again, or he comes back the next day. Either or.
Your ass is good.
Okay. What I will say is, realistically, if you're talking about child parents, I'm like, yeah, it would definitely you would be able to get me in there because child Terrence was just built different. So it wouldn't be that hard for you to get me in there as a child Terrence. But even then, I feel like that'd be betrayal. Like you supposed to go with me.
It wouldn't be hard to get you in.
Child Terrence will be too small for me. I will be picking your little ass up and taking you somewhere you don't want to go. Because as a child, I was still a big motherfucker. So there's 100% chance that you're going to be with me wherever the hell I go.
And here's the thing. I don't need to force you. I'll be like, Terrence, there's some strawberry lube in there. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Have you go in the room, lock the door behind you, and be like, brother, I'm sorry, but, I have to protect you.
It's interesting. Like the strawberry lube would not work unless I was like 16-year-old Terrence. So like if I'm a child, like it would just have to be maybe regular lube or something. Like I don't know.
It'd be strawberry milk.
No, we get you the strawberry proteins. That's right, Terrence. They got some protein. Got some protein shakes in there for you, bro. Oh, really, brother? All right. Lock the door behind you, you motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Because I know you're gonna do something fucking stupid, and I'm here to protect you. All right, we're not doing this. And I'm gonna show you this because we see all the stuff that goes on. Right? They chase him down, and then we get to this scene where this little fucker, right? He gets separated, hears the noise inside, and decides to go in.
Yeah, this is the most non-black thing I've ever seen.
I said, this is fucking Elgin, bro. We do not do this. And he was about to get some fucking Elgin treatment. Now, you lucky that you can't die because you are as an adult in the later on, right? He can't die. But I was like, bruh.
If Will is little Terrence, I'm beating the shit out of him and taking his ass money. And he will be mad as hell. He want to fight me later. I was like, but you alive. You alive to fight me now. I don't care. I'm not going to let your ass die.
Right. In fact, Brian, but to be real though, man, I was smaller than Will though. So yeah, little Terrence,
I was giant compared to that. I would literally, I'm telling you, I promise you, I would have picked your ass up and ran with you.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Like y'all, even with Anto, you would have been able to get me into that room for sure. Just because, the child Terrence, it was all about, trying to reach your soul and make you laugh and stuff. I didn't have no tactical defense, no strength, no nothing. It just was imagination and a friendly smile.
There you go.
Yeah, I would have kept it. I was like, no, we honoring that friendly smile. We're not letting it happen. Nope.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So he goes in there. And he actually gets a picture, and we'll see that later when they show the pictures. The kids are outside waiting, and then finally he rolls up and he says,
I should have believed you. You're damn right.
I don't even know you. Why are you hugging me like this?
Now listen,
See,
I could tell you this.
Friendship. I told you
that has nothing to do with friendship. That's the power of something else.
Yes, and I can tell you that everything he went through was all worth it because he got that fucking hug at the end, right?
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean?
He forgot everything about Pennywise. He was like, "Penny who?"
Facts.
See, and wait, keep going. Like after she hugged him, show what happened next. They all started hugging each other. I told y'all it's the power of friendship. What? Look at that.
Yeah, you see Will and Ronnie right there. Right? Will and Ronnie are some type of friends. The other ones are hugging on the outside. Y'all the outside friends.
Play a lot of come together though. It's like a beautiful moment, and we know that crew they gonna be the ones, man. Like
listen, I'm gonna tell you this, right? What Dick said earlier. I'm not Leroy. I have that fear gene inside of me. All right. So hey, listen, we got that hug and yeah, whatever, because we got away. But I promise you, I would never be around these fucking kids ever again because you're getting me to do some bullshit that I would have never fucking done in my life. So you know what? You are not a fucking friend. No,
I ain't doing it for second base for that, but for second base, I'll see you tomorrow.
Look how
second base I'll be tomorrow.
Watch. Look at this one. Man, the way they all came together. See, this is how they gonna beat Pennywise. That's why I'm telling y'all. Together, anything can happen. Together you're stronger. Yep, that's why Caesar was saying that in the Planet of the Apes movie. Apes together strong, right? You got to be together as a unit.
Even though I am a black man, I ain't no fucking ape.
Yeah,
Man, I'm saying the Planet Ape. You know exactly what I'm talking. I was using Caesar because he was talking to the apes about how the apes together strong. Like you know what I'm saying.
So they break into the school and they decide that they're going to develop the pictures. And at first I thought they ain't going to get anything. It's going to be like, oh, they're going to get to develop these pictures and they ain't going to get anything.
Holy shit.
But
I took that.
they did actually get some things.
Yep.
Teddy.
So they got the ghost,
I did it.
right?
Mm-hmm. They did it together, brother Anzo. See that?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
They got that one. And then the final picture that they get.
Oh boy. Nope.
Hold on.
Nope.
Bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Try taking the print.
Oh, hey, let's go. Where's the next episode?
Facts. We get Pennywise looking in his clown form. And that's I think that's the first actual picture we have him in his clown form in the show. And listen, if this episode didn't end, not to me.
What adult kids are gonna bring you pictures like that? They're gonna be like, how the hell you do this?
Yeah. The pictures are not gonna. Will the police believe the pictures are real or that the kids are playing jokes? Exactly.
Look at the detail. Like that's how you know it's real. I mean,
now we are talking about 1962, so they can't be doctoring pictures like that and stuff like that. But
it don't matter. They don't feel like someone's in a costume or something. What are you guys doing with this? This is a police investigation. Get the hell out of here.
Damn! Don't do that to them kids. They too precious for that. You got to believe them when they tell you that there's a clown killing people and stuff.
I have a feeling that when they show the pictures to the cops, it's going to be something different. Cops are going to see something different. You know what I mean?
Man, that is crazy.
I don't think
it's the fear that starts this. What if it's the fear that shows them this picture? But then, if you're not fearful, you don't know what to be afraid of. You don't see anything.
That's interesting. Could be.
No, we're not going to do that. That's why we need to stop Pennywise now, Brian and Anzo. We got to stop him. See, he's playing these games and stuff with these images. No, we can't let him keep skating by. We got to defeat him.
I told you.
It's gonna be interesting.
Don't be the first one. When someone else does it, we can go back and do it. But don't ever be the first one to do it.
Facts. Said I can see the cops saying, "Get out of here with your crazy alien stories" or something. 100%. You know what I mean?
They're probably gonna do that, but then Will's gonna say something to his father, and his father's gonna take it to Dick, and they're gonna realize the hell's going on.
Oh shit! Yeah, and Sean. Yeah, I can see that. But what if they, just because they take it to them, I feel like they might dismiss the kids, right? Because they don't want them in danger, but then they look into it themselves, right? So, maybe the kids.
You can see Leroy tell Will, don't you stay away from this shit. You stay away from these kids. I promise you. And he goes to investigate it. But Will, my dad, he don't have that strong relationship with his dad. If my dad told me that, I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you. But if you don't have a strong relationship with your dad because your dad's not really around that much, then you're not gonna listen to him. You're gonna say, I'm being brave like you.
Hey, look here. As a child, I don't care about no relationship. I'm gonna do it anyway, just because if I'm already with the friends and we knee deep in the investigation, the parents, they say something, I'm like, nope. As soon as they go to sleep or go watch sports or something, I'm hopping out the window and we going to deal with Pennywise.
Look at this guy.
And that's why I will make it out of all scary movies. I'll make it out of.
And
I'm
Terrence
just gonna
will
look it
not.
out. Terrence is going to be that sacrificial lamb, man. You're gonna have to be the juggernaut.
100%.
We're gonna let you go through the juggernaut.
100%. Because you know what, T? You may have all that kung fu stuff and all of that shit, but Pennywise would fuck your shit up. I'm telling you on that one.
Pennywise ain't gonna do nothing unless you are afraid. That is his weakness. You have to stand up to him fully. But the problem is that 99.9% of humans will not do that because they're all afraid of shit. They got phobias and stuff, and Pennywise feeds off of that.
Meet 99. Yes. Meet
I wouldn't be
person
there to be
99.
counted. I'm already gone. You can't count me. I'm out the door.
So it was a great episode. We'll get our grades in that, but first we'll end the stream with the trailer for the episode on Sunday, which I am doing a watch party for. I was like, man, should I do a watch party for this? And I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna watch it. And then that opening scene came on. I was like, fuck, I should have did the damn watch party. So I'm gonna do the watch party this weekend. I'm not gonna mess up. Let's watch the trailer for this. We'll get our grades and close it up.
Man, shit, I'm gonna have to download that. What's it called? Duck and cover? Hold on.
I think next week episode is going to be fire, guys. So make sure to check that out. Brian, what's your grade for this episode?
It's a solid A, man. This was really good, but I think they got more. And you see in the trailers, I feel like there's more to be given to us.
Yes,
so I'm not gonna give them an A+. I'm leaving room for me to come back and say this was the greatest show I've ever seen. A+. But right now I'm giving you an A. So you got A-, A-, A.
Damn, Terrence.
Oh, this is an A+, for sure. Just because, like, I'm a stickler for details and just execution, the acting and the character development. This is rare in 2025. There's so many things I watch that are just bad, or you just don't care, you forget about it the next day. But this has staying power, and it creates intelligent conversations due to the subject matter of the idea of racism, time periods, the different gender aspects, how they deal with stuff, and the idea of fear, and how you should handle that, and how you can essentially lead to your own demise even before something gets you. We see how paralyzing fear is in real life for a lot of humans.
Absolutely.
Hey,
I give
real
this
quick prediction before you get your prediction. I mean, your great prediction. Marge is going to die.
Ooh, yeah, I think so too. I said that. I said she was gonna die. I think she's gonna join them, right? Something's gonna happen where she ends up joining them, and she's gonna be the one to
Where
die.
my glasses?
Yeah, she's gonna be the one to die. 100%. I agree with that. I don't see any of the other kids. Well, maybe Rich, that kid, he might die too. And
he's too Italian. You know what? He gonna make it.
So the reason why I say that is because Rich and Lilly, I don't think they have any connections to the movies going forward. So I think those two could be sacrificial lambs as well. You know what I mean? So that might be interesting to see.
I have a prediction.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be wild, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it'd be just the most coolest thing if it turns out that Rich is Pennywise and he's just been rolling around with the crew. Like, that would be fucking amazing.
That would be interesting.
Because I saw some humans, they gave a wild theory saying that Marge is Pennywise. And I was just like, maybe, but I'm like, I feel like it would be more someone that's within the group, because that would also be different. Like, the whole time, within this second faction, that it's like, oh, Pennywise is there. So technically, everything that you've been doing, you've been allowed to do just because he already knows what you're doing, because he's there. Even though he can be everywhere all the time, it's just the fact of being right there with a group of individuals who are trying to literally kill you, essentially.
That would be fucking interesting.
So that, or hey, you know what? Maybe one of the individuals in the military too might be Pennywise. Like, that would not. I mean, that just would be perfect. I'm just like, yep. So the one that General Shaw answers to was Pennywise, and he didn't know it, and then that's how he gets wrecked. So those are some of my predictions, that aside from, humans waiting to see Pennywise in his clown form, like there's going to be a reveal that he was actually whatever character that we've been seeing this whole damn time. Like that would just be wild.
That would be very interesting. And I think that would be something that would be interesting for them to explore. I personally am going to give this episode an A+. I think it was fire. All 3 episodes have gotten an A+ for me. And if they keep it up, this show will definitely get an A+ for me. Because for me, right, you tease me with a creepy show, and then I watch this show and it's creepy. I fucking love it, right? You don't tell me I'm going to see a vampire movie and you don't really have vampires until the end of the
Oh my
movie.
God! If I
Yes,
could
I'm
have,
talking to
if
you.
I could have
Wow.
Phantom Zoned him right now, I would have Phantom Zoned him so hard. Oh
Nigga, do not do that,
man!
Hanzo. Don't do that.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just saying, you're gonna tell me, it's a superhero movie, and then I'm watching a guy dressed up as Batman doing, Fast and the Furious stuff. I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? If you're gonna give me creepy, give me fucking creepy.
This
And that's
stream
exactly
was going so well.
I know. I should have known better, guys.
And the Batman, I am talking to you. That is correct. Yes. But with that being said, guys, it was a great show. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Much appreciated. Brian, tell the people where they can find you one more time, sir.
I don't know if you're going to see me on Saturday. I don't know. The way this man going, I don't know if this man going to see me on Saturday. But come check us out on the Rewind on Saturday. I'll be doing my Spoiler Kings thing in about a half an hour. We do it Monday, Thursday, Saturday nights. And I guess I'll be here Saturday morning with this man over here.
Oh, so you guys going to talk about the new Mario trailer?
Yeah, we have it all. I actually have it already downloaded, ready to go.
I got you. T, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Hello, humans. Terrence here. You can find me on World's Finest Team Up with my friend Sean Stackhouse. I have been cooking up a lot of stuff. Sean is doing a lot of editing on the stuff we've done together. But like this month is going crazy in terms of all the scheduling, all the stuff on the fly. I am doing everything I can to break the system. And we're almost at 3,500 subs, and we haven't hit the 2-year mark. So I'm grateful for all the support, and we're gonna continue to do our thing. And at some point in time, that whole title, World's Finest, when we take over the platform, that's gonna ring true.
Yes. There was another trailer that dropped today. Oh, the Fallout trailer. You gonna do that one
Fallout
too?
Season 2, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Fallout Season 2 dropped.
I actually have 4 trailers already.
I got you. So make sure to check out the Spoiler Kings, which will be starting in about 20 minutes, guys. Well, let's say 45 minutes.
Let's say 32 minutes because I'll be there.
Someone's going to be late.
See, I don't understand. Like, I figured that, this would be a 10-hour show.
Yeah, we know. We know what you figured, but that's not what we're figuring over here. All right. Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. Peace, love, and hair grease. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I saw something.